Ole. Poor P4. Now, this is an English speaking man right here. I'm not from the English people, as you can tell. I'm an Italian man. 100% Italian, by the way. Don't know if you believe me or not. Now we're gonna wait for the people to start rolling in here. Choo choo, here they come. Yeah, I used to be a professional wrestler. I'm in a Hall of Fame somewhere, so that's pretty cool. Right? Right. Right. Um, but yeah, you can ask me anything right now. I'd love to peel back the curtain of professional wrestling. I take the curtain, I peel it back. You can ask me anything. You can ask me anything. And I'm not a traditionally trained singer, but but I try. Give me 10 questions, brother. You know what? I will answer 10 questions, and then I'm out of here. I hope that your wrestler, I am starting a new company. Okay. Yeah, once again, thanks for coming. You can take your shoes off. You're more than welcome to take your shoes off. And I would really love it if you stayed a while. Yeah, so take your shoes off, everybody. What made you decide that now is the right time to start your own wrestling company? Great question. And that comes from Susie Carmichael from down the street. Thank you for sending that in, Susie. Why now? If not now, when? I've never done this before. Promises, promises. You versus Low Key, who wins? Low Key is a stiff bastard. So I probably wouldn't have accepted that match. Hello. No, Jovita. Look at who else asked the question. He asked if I wanted to wrestle Low Key. Now, as somebody who is retired, because I don't wrestle anymore, guys, this dude picked me up for a scoop slam, lost me, right? And then I landed on my neck weird. Now, life's never been the same since. I know that nobody asked me that, but wanted to still answer that question. And once again, thank you guys for popping in. If you're new here, used to be a pro wrestler, you can ask me anything. Yes, hello, Superstar Recordings. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show, folks. But as far as the last question that somebody asked, what was the number one mistake that most new wrestling companies make early on? I don't know. I haven't done this many times. Okay, so the first time I ran my own wrestling show, it was we booked Axel Rotten. And I don't know how much you know about former ECW star Axel Rotten, but that dude was a big-time drug addict, and we lost the building. Why? Because he left his needles in the bathroom. Brother, you can't do that. We got a question from BTB FBG. Bro, what are your thoughts on people that be keeping it real? I like it. I like that. If you can't keep it real, what are you doing? And Axel Rotten kept it real the night that we lost the venue because of dirty needles. Guys, I'm not trying to talk about that all night. Today's show sponsored by, no, they're not getting the big shout out. They pay big bucks for ad spots like that. Next question. if you could book your first dream, I'm sorry, let me start over. If you could book your dream first main event with anyone alive today, who's in it and why? Now, if we're just fantasy booking, because I'm starting my own wrestling promotion. I don't know if you're new here, but I am. If I could fantasy book it, I want to book Marty Jannetty. I want to book Marty Jannetty. I want to put the Rocker in the main event. Now, in 2026, is there a market for Marty Jannetty? Yes, there is. But okay, next question. Guys, the chat is live. I'm live here with you. If you have anything that you would want to ask somebody who spent 16 years physically, professionally wrestling, but I've been in the business about 20 years, guys. So there's a wealth of knowledge that you're looking at right now. Now, what was the biggest thing I personally did? I saw that question earlier. I wrestled Pitbull Gary Wolf. It's true. Yep. He's the dude that I think Shane, who broke his neck? Sabu or Shane Douglas? Guys, I'm not an ECW guy. I'm sorry. I know that I get a lot of flack for not being an ECW guy, but it's true. My mom did the best she could. She was a single mom who worked 2 jobs, and she was working at a convenience store, and her greasy, pimple-faced coworker, this dude named Jared, he pulled me to the side and he was like, "Hey, bud, did you like wrestling?" And I said, "Yes." He's like, "Have you ever heard of ECW?" "Oh, thank you for the sub, brother. I appreciate that." I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Let me tell you about ECW." And this dude smelled like cigarettes. That's strike number 1. He wasn't a very pleasant guy to speak with. So I always associated ECW with that just poor, dirty, smelly redneck cashier that my mom worked with. So I never watched it. And in 4th grade, all of the kids who would wear WCW shirts, like NWO, Wolfpack, Goldberg shirts and stuff like that, I was never a WCW kid. Never. I was a WWF kid. And I got into it with them sometimes. They'd be like, last night was Starrcade. I said, who gives a shit? You know what tonight is? Monday Night Raw, where I'm going to watch Kane debut. Like back in the day, watching wrestling was way more tribal. It was, But anyway, I'm starting my own wrestling promotion. It's called All Out Wrestling, right? So I'm taking all this knowledge, putting it into this new company, right? So go on Facebook and check out All Out Wrestling. Now, are we going to be booking names, big stars to come to All Out Wrestling? Maybe. Maybe, guys. Do you want to see Doink the Clown? Stop right there. Do I have a ticket sold if you want to see Doink the Clown? Because you say the word, Doink's coming. We got 20 tickets sold. Doink's coming. But I want to thank you guys again for popping in. I know that I've got a lot of longtime viewers here, a lot of people that have supported me over the years. Whenever I first started in professional wrestling, I was 150, 155 pounds. I was tiny, guys. I was the smallest guy in the locker room. And to make it through that old school era of professional wrestling, whenever guys were still on steroids, I mean, they were still doing all this stuff, to come in while the business was still like that, it was tough. But as you can see, I made it. Another for any stranger that comes across me, I just like to tell you cool fun facts about me. Obviously, there's a lot of cool fun facts about me, you found the right channel if you like fun facts. But the Hall of Fame that I mentioned earlier, the one that I'm in, I got inducted. Guess who was the celebrity wing, the famous wrestler who was also inducted the same night? I'll leave the chat open, let you guys guess on that one. His sister was flown in to accept the award on his behalf because he had passed away. So I'll let you sit on that, chat. Oh, we got another question in. How are you planning on handling? Who are you, stupid? Who sent this? How are you planning to handle locker room cultures and talent professionalism from day one? You have to be 18 or older to work with AOW. If you can't listen to what I'm telling you, then you can fucking leave. It's as simple as that. Oh, I don't want to lose to that guy. Oh, I don't want to look weak, vulnerable. We're telling stories here. Sometimes you got to look weak. Sometimes you got to look vulnerable. But thankfully, it's my promotion, so I'm not booking idiots. Everybody that I put into the locker room is somebody that I've contacted. It's like, come on, guys. So that's how I'm going to, it's not going to be a factor because I'm not booking dummies. Anyway, what's the biggest thing that you learned as a wrestler that most promoters don't understand? Okay, so whenever I was a wrestler, I'm a talent. I'm one of the tools that the promoter has. You look at the landscape of your show, your event, and you think of where you want to put me, because we're talking about me. So where do you want to put me? And there's multiple spots that if I'm a trained professional, you can put me anywhere. I will open the show for you. I will hold your title and be in the main event. I'll be your tag champion and wrestle right before intermission. I'll put over your baby face. I will run ramp shot on all your baby faces and look strong one night. Like, what do you need from me? What do you want? That's what I bring to the table. Okay. So as a promoter, God, that's tough. That's, I haven't really, whenever I approach professional wrestling, I think of it as a fan for once. As a wrestler, I'm just trying to work, sell, bump and feed, right? I'm just trying to tell a story with my body, trying not to get hurt. But as a promoter, I'm trying to think as a fan, what do you want? What can I give to you? What can I surprise you with? How can I hook you here? Keep your attention through, there's a number of things that come to the table. As a wrestler, it's kind of easier. Actually, it's motherfucking way easier, especially if you've been wrestling a long time. By the end of my career, I would walk up to whoever I was working with. I mean, it all depends. We can plan out the whole damn match and make it feel like a damn choreographed dance out there, or we could just know what the beginning is, know what the end is, and then I will see you out there and we will fill it in. I will talk to you out there. The fans won't know, and we're gonna work, kid. But it's I don't know if it's like that anymore. If it's and I'm not gonna be in the ring. And that's what a lot of people are saying, that they're like, oh, are you having a match then? Sounds like you're back in the wrestling business. Because I did leave. I haven't been in it in a couple of years because I was trying to allot all of my time to stand-up comedy. But I'm taking a very short break from stand-up comedy to run this wrestling program because I'm not getting any younger. So I want to do a couple more things in wrestling before I'm done with it for a while. One of which is run a successful series of events. That is going to happen. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Okay, guys. I am here for anything that ask me anything. Ask me anything, brother. And while you're at it, you can look up All Out Wrestling on Face of the Book. I love that. Bro, what's your thoughts on people that be keeping it real? Well, great question. You versus low key. Who wins? Oh, I love it. This was awesome. Okay. All right, I got to be done for a while.